Hey, this is your girl, Pinky! Pinky! P-I-N-K-Y! And it's time for Pinky's Entertainment, a YouTube channel providing pure fun, enjoyment, and laughter. Yup, you got that right!
Hey, it's your girl, Pinky, P-I-N-K-Y, and I'm so fly. And today, Pink Panthers, I'm going to talk about Love Island USA Season 7 Reunion Rant. Okay, now you guys, I have been filming this video literally 6 times. And to this point, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm filming it now. So hopefully I can do this video. And also I'm a little bit frustrated because my other Love Island videos, because I filmed a lot of Love Island content for you guys and it's still not on YouTube. So, with that being said, I did 4 Love Island videos on this season alone. I did Love Island USA Season 6 Unpopular Opinions video. This video that I'm doing now, I already filmed Love Island Beyond the Villa. And I plan on doing Love Island Game Season 2 because Ariana is hosting and some people from this season is going to be on there. So, just letting you know. My second video, I said that Huda was getting bullied. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I said that, because me personally, I don't think any of them got bullied inside the villa. I feel like they got bullied outside the villa with the fans and all that. Bunch of racism, harassment, bullying, mean girl, etc., etc. I feel like that after Jeremiah left, I felt like that the producers and other castmates wanted her to have another crash out so bad. And when she didn't give it to them, it just failed. It landed. But I do feel like she didn't get bullied. Maybe her feelings was hurt. But to say that she was isolated and bullied, I don't think so. And plus, on those videos, I was very hyped and just trying to get everything like out of my head, because I feel like just with a lot of stuff that was going on during that time when the season was on, and plus my camera and my phone, no, my iPad and my camera and my phone. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you guys ever see that video, come back to this video and I explain why I said that. Okay, so breaking news, like the day of the reunion. Iris and Pepe broke up. He cheated on her. Amaya and Brian broke up. And Nick unfollowed Huda. Okay, first of all, I personally like this reunion for the most part. I feel like they asked and a lot of things were said during the reunion. I do feel like they didn't mention certain like stuff, or maybe they just edited out. But for the most part, I like this reunion. Wasn't there some boring moments? Yes, it was. But to me, this was better than Season 6 reunion. I feel like Season 6 reunion was all over the place. This reunion was very well structured. It flowed better. And plus, I'm glad they had Andy Cohen, because I feel like he asked good and messy questions. And he helped Ariana a lot. With Sierra, I felt like Sierra should have been at the reunion. I don't care what nobody says. I feel like she was one of the people that gave good content. I feel like she was one of the faves until she wasn't a fave and she got kicked out the villa. But I feel like she should have got closure with Nick and Olandria, especially Nick. I don't understand why Nick don't understand that. I feel like Nick should have did what Iris and Pepe did with TJ and Hannah. how they gave them closures. I feel like Nick should have gave Sierra closure. I felt like Sierra and him was closed off. Then she got kicked out the villa. Then he ended up with one of her best friends in the villa. Nick, how do you expect her to feel? And I feel like Alandria should have also give Sierra closure or talk to her. But I don't know if Alandria feels like Sierra needs to do it. I don't understand. But I feel like Sierra should have been at the reunion. And she was Elon's storyline. That's why I said, if I was Sierra, girl, get back with Elon. Because I just don't understand. But I feel like Elon really didn't get to talk because she wasn't there. So, and then plus she has beef with Huda. So you see what I'm saying? Sierra should have been there. And I feel like they would have let her been there. I don't think she wasn't banned. I just don't think she chose not to go. Anyway, Jalen. The fact that they acted like Jalen was not part of this season at all is literally upsetting me. Because Jalen should have been there. But I think on Jessie Woo's, one of her comments was saying that he turned down the reunion and he's on brand trips. I know that's right, get your money. And I don't blame him because they literally never mentioned his name and they acted like he wasn't on the season. Like what? And Yulissa, stop saying the N-word. Anyway, so was it me or was Amaya energy off and Hannah and Charlotte energy were off and Austin was higher and higher? Austin was not there. I think Austin was, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I can say the word on YouTube. But yeah. My energy was off. I really didn't like when Charlie was pretty much pouring out his heart to her and she gave him the most driest apology ever. Like, are you cool? Is you cool? I don't know if she was nervous or she had anxiety or her and Brian was dealing with something before the reunion. I don't know, but her energy was off. And then Hannah and Charlie, their energy was off towards each other. And I find that hard to believe because outside the villa, they was always together. So I don't know if they finally talked about the season and it was something to be said. I don't know. And plus, I heard rumors had it that she's pregnant. I really hope that's not true, but I heard she's pregnant. And I also heard that her sister was saying that Hannah didn't get along with guys politically. So I don't know if that has something to, I don't know, but their energy was off with each other. And that's another thing I wish Ariana and Andy would have, I wish they would explain the outings that the people outside the villa had. Because I feel like you had Austin, Hannah, Charlie, Jeremiah, Iris, Pepe, and I feel like they was in one group, and then you had Ace, Shelly, Taylor Clark, Alandra, and Nick, and then Amaya was pretty much in the middle, and then Huda was in her own world. So I kind of wish they would have talked to us about their outings outside the villa, but yeah. But anyway, I'm glad Iris and Pepe gave TJ and Hannah closure. TMZ caught Iris talking to TJ and rumors had it that they were getting back together, but that wasn't the case at all. And Pepe and Hannah talked on the phone. And like I said, they were also at Hannah's birthday party. So, and Shelly and Alandria, they was clocking tea. They was defending themselves. I'm so proud of them. When it came to Coco and Huda, Coco, I just felt like Coco just wanted to be relevant. I feel like, she got sent home shortly and she wanted to be relevant. So she talked about Alandria. She liked shady comments and was saying certain stuff about Shelly. And she confronted Ace saying that she wished that he would have gave her, I guess, a heads up that he was going to choose Shelly. And my thing is, girl, if Bombshell saw some of the season. I know y'all saw some of the season too. I just feel like she wanted to be relevant. And the fact that she brought up the whole Olandra was being standoffish, she was giving the girls, the Costa girls from season 6. Like, oh my God, they're so rude. They're so mean. The OG girls don't say hi to us. I'm sorry, y'all was trying to take their man. If I was them, I wouldn't talk to y'all either. So Coco was pretty much giving that. I just think she said and did all that to be relevant. And the fact that she cut off Andy, it was just like... And like literally Taylor's face was me. Anyway, when it came to Huda... I felt like Shelly and Olandra did their big one when it came to her. I felt like Olandra asked Huda, can she make a video or make a video telling her fans that they did not bully her and talk about the racism comments, etc. Huda acted like she couldn't do it, and Olandra and Shelly was done with her. And Shelly was also, I'm going to bring that up, but Shelly was also bringing up that on a podcast, Huda added fuel to the fire and talked about the whole girl thing and all that. And, I just felt like when it came to Huda, this reunion, she was giving one of those, oh my God, I'm so over it. I changed. I apologize. I didn't mean that. Blase. And it's like, girl, Huda, you was kind of the villain of this season. Did you not know you was gonna be at the reunion? Like, I can't stand people when it comes to reunions when some people don't show up or they act like they so above the reunion. It's like, what did you expect? It's a reunion. Like, she didn't want to take no account. It was just like, girl, it's a reunion. What did you expect? Anyway, Ace and Shelly talked about how the fans felt like they pretty much planned and got on the show to be together. They was really together. All of this, all of that. I don't believe that. I really feel like, to me, if I was Ace and Shelly, if I knew that person and we kind of like liked each other, but it just didn't work out, I would think it's a sign that we're both on the show together. I don't think it was planned purposely for them to be together and get on the show. And then I guess an Evil Eye fan found that he liked a post that she did in 2022. And it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure if you like somebody, you're going to low-key stalk their page and you're going to like something, a picture or a video from years ago. Like, it's kind of like, y'all are really reaching. It's not that deep. Like, and then Taylor gave the most, I don't even know if it's a fake apology. He gave the worst apology to Olandra, to the point all she did was smiled and looked around. And then Ace was being messy like, do we clap? No, we don't clap. Because Taylor, I'm going to be honest, Taylor should have got more heat at the reunion.
2,000 years later.
Taylor should have got more heat at the reunion. I don't understand why him and Clark barely said 2 words. Taylor should have said more at the reunion. Even when it came to the whole eliminating Jeremiah's sequence, he just let Ace and Nick talk. Taylor, especially from him and Ace, were the main people that wanted to send Jeremiah home. Nick wanted to send Austin home. Like, what the fudge? And Taylor should have got more heat treating Olandra like that. Anyway, then they talked about Hannah, Charlie, and Pepe love triangle. How Hannah felt when it came to both of them. Charlie was pretty much clocking tea. It was mad that he got sent home. He felt like that he was the easiest person to get off the island. And he felt like that Taylor should have got out the villa because he didn't like Olandra. And the fact that a lot of you guys knew that and didn't put Olandra on game, that is so stupid to me. Y'all love Olandra, but y'all couldn't let her know that Taylor didn't like her. And y'all didn't vote him off. Anyway, then they got to Austin and Jaden. Pretty much Jaden, I guess, had a conversation with Austin saying that if you're going to, like, you can see or sleep with other people, just let me know so I won't look stupid. Austin clearly felt at that. She even went to a house party and a lot of girls was telling her that Austin has went on dates. And Drina had her back, saying that she read the messages and that Austin was moving weird and differently. So I was low-key mad when that happened, because I really felt like Jaden was perfect for Austin, and the fact that Austin fumbled, it was just like, really? Like, then they talked about the stand on business challenge. They really talked about how Huda wrote to Pepe about Grayson, about pretty much him not liking Grayson, he's wasting her time, and that he's still stuck up on Hannah. And the fact that everybody was low-key mad that Huda did that, I felt like I didn't understand what she did wrong. She spoke the truth. He didn't like Grayson. He floated her along. He wasn't over Hannah. Now, the fact that she didn't sign, seal, deliver her name, yeah, I don't understand why she didn't do that. But the fact that everybody got on her because she didn't put her name on it, that was stupid. And I kind of wish Huda would have addressed to Amaya, because Amaya was like, yeah, the person that done that was mean, rude, and the P word. But Amaya, you didn't apologize to Huda by saying that, and Huda, you didn't confront Amaya.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Anyway, I feel like when they kept on showing us the unseen footage, I felt like that was pretty much movie night. Like, I felt like that was literally movie night. So they show where Huda was telling Shelly how she wants to bring back Chris, but she made it seem like it was a proposal that, oh, it's for you. I'm bringing him to the villa for you. It's only for you. And I guess Shelly didn't like that, because I feel like Shelly was probably like, girl, just keep it a buck. You also bringing him here for you as well. And I guess Shelly felt like she didn't really know that they were talking like that. I don't know. I felt like the unseen footage was longer and they edited out some things. But it was very much giving that Huda was like giving Shelly like an advertisement proposal. And she made it seem like that she only brought Chris back for her. She should have just told Shelly and for me. But Huda also made it seem like even if Shelly said no, she was still going to bring Chris back to the villa for her. And Shelly felt like there were still some things that they didn't show, but whatever. And they also showed the unseen footage that the girls sent Hannah home. I still feel like that was stupid that they sent Hannah home. I felt like they should have sent Iris home. Iris would have been my vote. And the fact that y'all really like, I'm like, y'all really like Iris better than Hannah? But that leads me to my question. So if you guys were the Islanders and you guys had to send somebody home, what would be your reason to send that person home? Would it be because they have the strongest connection, or they have other options, or y'all would send a person that didn't really have the best experience and really didn't make 0 to none connections, like 0 to little connections? Or would y'all send somebody home based on your friendship or your relationship with that person or popularity? Like, comment down below what is the best reason to send somebody home, because I feel like this season had a lot of double standards when it came to sending people home. Like, it was a lot of double standards this season. Anyway, and they also show unseen footage with the guys eliminated Jeremiah, and how it was really Ace and Taylor that wanted to send Jeremiah home. Nick wanted to send Austin home. Then what else? They showed us another unseen footage where I guess at the end a lot of fans thought Sierra was screaming when Olandra did her confessionals, but it was Huda and Iris singing Who Says by Selena Gomez. And also they showed us the heart rate challenge, but I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. I didn't like how they gave Jeremiah a grand entrance and they let him come on last, just for him to not really talk about anything. Oh, but before him though, they brought out Bella. She said that she loves Nick Olandra. They make a beautiful couple. This is her first time seeing Huda. I found that to be crazy, because I feel like when Bella was on the show, her and Huda was really close. And the fact that she didn't invite Bella to her party, she only invited Amaya and Iris, the two girls that she talked bull crap about, is bananas to me. And then they also asked, was Bella and Jeremiah dating? They said no, which I'm glad they're not dating, because I mean, I feel like they'll make a cute couple, but I'm kind of glad they're not dating. Just stick to being friends. But yeah, so with Jeremiah's grand entrance, I didn't like how they didn't dissect his relationship with Huda. To me, they gave y'all really great content the first 18 episodes, and the fact that y'all didn't dissect their relationship, y'all only talked about Pancake Gate, I find that hard to believe. All they talked about was Pancake Gate, them being toxic, and love bombing. Pretty much Jeremiah took accountability and defending himself, saying that he didn't feel like he love bombed her. With a textbook definition, he felt like he didn't manipulate her. He said that he set the tone, he really liked her, they wasn't really talking to other people, but to say that he love bombed her, he says he didn't think that he love bombed her. Then it was pretty much Ace versus Jeremiah and Ace versus Austin. So I guess Ace and Jeremiah ended up being cool, but I guess Jeremiah was just confronting Ace, that Ace called Jeremiah a scammer, and Ace felt like that Jeremiah wasn't on the show to make genuine connections or to find the love of his life. He was pretty much asking people about their following and how, you know, how this is going to benefit him outside the villa. And then I also didn't like how Andrina and Jeremiah didn't give 2 seconds. They tried to ask Andrina a question, but I agree with Andrina, that question is not for her. And I really wanted her to talk about her being fake and pretty much saying that Jeremiah came on to her strong. And my whole thing is, Andrina, you really like I feel like they both liked each other, and the fact that she wanted to jump his bones is bananas to me. But he's the one that was too strong. Anyway, Ace versus Austin. The thing with Austin that I didn't like was that when pretty much it was a beginning where Andy was saying, he brought up the curse of exclusive, meaning that as soon as Taylor and Clark and Ace and Shelly got exclusive or closed off, that's when they got kicked off the show. And Ace was pretty much saying that he felt like this season it was a lot about favoritisms and not about the love and connection. And Austin backstage to Jeremiah says, yeah, a system that you created. But my thing is, Austin has so much to say about Ace behind his back, but when it comes to saying it in front of his face, crickets. He says nothing. And I just find that to be weird, because it's just like, Austin, you be saying actual facts, but you don't be saying anything by the time Ace is in your face. Then Ace brought up a comment that I guess on a challenge, the question was, who would you ask from the villa? And Austin said Jeremiah, but Austin said that was a joke. And Ace was saying, well, you see how people get sent home for votes? Ace, that's not fair, because first of all, I think Austin genuinely had Jeremiah's back. I feel like when it came to the guys, it was two different guy groups. I feel like it was Ace, Nick, and Taylor, and I feel like it was Charlie, Austin, and Jeremiah at the time. So I kind of didn't really take that seriously. And then my thing is to Austin and Jeremiah, everything is not a joke. I feel like the only guy that kept it real was Charlie. Charlie says that Ace was the ringleader, but Charlie says, I'm a grown man, you cannot tell me what to do or how to think. And I feel like that was a lot of Jeremiah's issue. He cared too much what Ace and them thought, especially when it came to Huda. And I feel like that's another part of the reason why they didn't last. Because you know they don't like you. And yeah, you keep on asking them opinions about you and Huda. What did you expect?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Then I also didn't like how they didn't bring up Ace, Shelly, and Austin's love triangle. I didn't understand why they didn't bring that up. You know what I'm saying? It was like the main storyline. And the fact that Shaw did not bring that up, I find that to be weird. I also didn't like how they didn't mention Amaya's journey. I feel like when it comes to Amaya and Brian, I feel like the fact that they won and nobody is talking about them is crazy. I feel like Nick, Alandria, and other, I guess, couples got people's attention more than Amaya and Brian. But the fact that they did not bring up her journey with Ace and Austin, it seemed like they only brought up her journey with Zach, Kate, and Brian, but they did not mention her journey with Austin and Ace. And I feel like they could have said more about the Standing on Business challenge besides Huda. Like sending that to Pepe. Like I just feel like, and then they kind of talked about Ace being the ringleader, the villain, but I feel like they really didn't go into depth with that. Like Ace's storyline as a whole, I feel like they could have went more in depth in it. And also they showed America's votes with Jeremiah Hannah, how Jeremiah, I guess America wanted Jeremiah to go home and they wanted Hannah to go home. I do not believe that screenshot. First of all, that screenshot showed me nothing. All it showed was the name of the show, the episode, and the name of the bottom 3 people when it came to the guys and the female. And then Jeremiah Hannah was at the bottom, so that's just assuming they got the lowest vote. That screenshot showed me nothing. I feel like usually when it comes to voting stuff, wouldn't you have like a percentage by each person's name? For Jeremiah to be one of the fan favorites this season, America wanted Jeremiah to go home.
Emotional, damn it!
I don't know. I just found that weird because I feel like when Jeremiah went home, everybody talked about it and how it was a shock to everybody. Which I'm not gonna lie, it was a shock. Even though I'm not a huge Jeremiah fan, I don't think he should have went home. I think Austin should have went home. I mean, the fact that America wanted Jeremiah, I don't believe that screenshot. And if that's true about Hannah, what was y'all beef with Hannah? I liked Hannah. That's why I said y'all should have voted Iris to go home. Like, I just didn't understand why Hannah went home, but whatever. So Ace confronts Amaya on the TikTok. I guess the TikTok she did with Alice Cooper, the Call Her Lady podcaster. I guess they did a TikTok talking about Ace's height. And Amaya was very trying to pop off and saying that she called Ace and they talked about it and was saying that her and her team was trying to get the video taken down. And then they showed us Hurricane Huda. They showed us all that. Pretty much like her journey and her crash outs and all of that. So Andy was like, was going to ask you how you feel about seeing it, but from your facial expressions and your laugh, you seemed amused. She was basically saying how she changed. That was a month ago. She's over it. Like, it was just very oh my God. Like, it was very much giving, why am I here? I'm over this. I don't want to talk about it. Blase, blase. And it's kind of like, Biscuit, you're at the reunion. And then Andy was like, so he asked her, he was like, so you did a whole month of self-reflection? I bust out laughing. Yeah, Hoodie, it's giving that you got PR trained for this interview. You knew people was going to get on your butt. You didn't want to hear all that. So you just came super apologetic, super accountable, you just came. And it was funny because at the beginning of the reunion, they were asking her about Louis for Perfect Match. Well, not really Louis for Perfect Match, but just who she's dating. And she made it seem like due to NDA, she couldn't talk about her relationships outside the villa. And then she blamed it on Netflix. And they both was like, so Netflix is telling you not to talk about your relationship with Louis, pretty much. And then I didn't like how they didn't talk about the stuff she said about Amaya and Iris. I didn't like how they didn't talk about Ace and Huda. Like, they didn't ask Ace questions or they didn't ask Huda questions about each other and how that he might have had a thing for her. They didn't talk about that. And they show us the unseen footage of the heart rate challenge. So here's my thing. The thing that they didn't show, I guess, in the full episode was that Chris was lit from your head to your toes, and I wanna move from the bed down to the floor, and I wanna you think so good, I wanna like he was literally licking like Shelly's, I guess it was her leg, her thigh. That he was like kind of like licking like up like her leg and her thigh. But the way she opened her legs, it was giving us the imagination, the illusion that he was eating her out. Like, it was just like, girl, like, Huda, she was pretty much, you know, she did the on Ace's pencil, if you know what I mean. So she was truthful when she said that in the Call Her Daddy interview. She was truthful. She was like, oh yeah, all I did was just on his pencil. And she went to everybody else. Damn! Then that's when Chris took Shelly to the heart thing. And then that's when Huda took Ace to the heart thing. And of course, you know, Huda, she did her booty sideways. It was to the point Chris and Shelly Ben got up and they was just watching them. And Huda was moaning. Like, when I tell y'all she was moaning, it was to the point it's like, get a room. Like, it was to the point they were dry humping. Bruh. And it was funny because Andrina was like, are we supposed to be watching this? And then everybody was saying, yeah, it's giving soft corn. Like, it's giving that. When I tell you she was moaning her butt off, she was moaning. It was so funny because in the Ace interview, he made it seem like he was so uncomfortable. And it was to the point that Speedy pretty much clocked his tea like, you wasn't giving uncomfortable. Like, it was literally giving and you was enjoying it. Like, meaning like if she took your clothes off, you would have let her. Like, that's what it was giving. So yeah, so they, you know, showed us that. And she apologized to everybody that she offended, but she says that everything was consensual and there was no limitation. I guess they was saying that before the heart rate challenge, they pretty much all talked about what was allowed, what wasn't allowed, you know, what, you know, like pretty much talk about boundaries, I guess. And I felt like Chris was low-key being a hypocrite, and I feel like his response was giving, you're only saying this because you don't like Huda. Like, it's so obvious because you don't like her. Because I think on the Nick Biles interview, he was defending Huda. Even on the Stand On Business challenge, he was defending Huda. Now, all of a sudden, he says, well, there's a difference between dancing and licking on private parts. Chris, you literally cannot be talking because the way you was licking Shelly, he's like leg and thigh, it was giving you wanted to lick her private part. So it's like, Chris, be for real. Like, what are you talking about? You're just saying all this because you don't like her. Andy and Ariana was pretty much asking Huda, so if Shelly did that to Jeremiah in the heart rate challenge, how would you feel? And she pretty much really didn't answer the question. She kind of brought it back to Chris and was like, oh yeah, I would have supported him. I would have hyped them up. Like, this is that. Huda, we all know darn well if y'all did a heart rate challenge when Jeremiah was there, you wouldn't have went off. It was to the point Chris said something, Jeremiah did it, because and the fact that everybody's facial expressions, as soon as they asked her that, it was just like, Huda, that probably would have been your second crash out. You probably would have got up and like got Jeremiah off of Shelly or Shelly off of Jeremiah. Like that would have been your second crash out. Like, girl, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
They showed the unseen footage when Alondra was in the confessionals, and it was Huda and Iris singing Who Says. Fans thought it was Sierra yelling, which I never understood. Why did they think Sierra was yelling? I think because they was trying to say that this was when Sierra left and she was yelling and screaming. I don't freaking know. Oh yeah, and I felt like the whole reunion also, Huda was laughing. I'm like, between you laughing at everything that you do and between Austin and Jeremiah joking and laughing like everything is a joke, it was giving, are y'all high? Is this y'all nervous mechanism? Everything is not funny. And this is coming from a goofy person. I laugh at pretty much almost everything. Is y'all good? Are y'all cool? And then they didn't bring up Leah and Huda's beef. She probably would have had an excuse about that. They didn't bring up her and Huda's beef. They didn't bring up Huda telling Jeremiah that she's a mom. Or I wanted them to ask her why that was such a big secret. Why you just didn't put that in your intro. And because to me, if you put that in your intro, like I said in my other videos, that you would have seen who was really going to be cool and down for that, and who really would like you because of that. Clearly, that should have been her sign. Jeremiah was the one, because as soon as she told him she was a mom, he low-key was turned off and was low-key anticipating a bad biscuit bombshell coming in the villa. He slowly was not into her anymore. So I wish they would have brought up that. Zach with the K, I guess he was in Air Canada and they was on a strike. Can y'all comment down below what that meant? And when he was on there remotely, they was just going over the fact that he didn't double down with Amaya. And I guess Brian clocked his tea saying that he was saying that he doesn't think Brian is genuine with Amaya. He's using her for clout and money. And Brian was pretty much, and I guess Zach with a K, rumors had it you was doing the same thing with Amaya. So y'all really cannot be mad at each other, have tension. And Brian also clocked the tea that I guess Zach with a K was talking about strategizing and didn't want to talk to anybody. He always wanted to be with the boys, but wanted to win. Zach with a K, how was you going to win the money if you was just going to talk to the guys and not talk about the girls? It's Love Island. Nah, this is my boys' island, okay? This is not boys in motion. Like, no. Huda calls, so after the reunion, Huda calls Andy Cohen a Zionist. Can y'all also comment down below what that means? Huda is dating Louis from Perfect Match. That's another show I need to watch. That's on Netflix. That's another show I need to watch. And they didn't talk about the 2 pancake gate when Chris gave Shelly 2 pancakes and he only gave Huda 1, and she dang near was going to have a heart attack because of that. Austin and Jeremiah says that there were some things that were left out. I guess Austin said he crashed out, but they didn't show that. Austin, did you crash out or you zoned out? Because it seemed like you was not at the reunion. Jeremiah says that Ace talked more about the heart rate challenge, but they edited that out. Ace even mentioned that in his interview. They didn't even talk about when Iris and Jeremiah was in a couple. They didn't talk about how Huda was freaking out that America, they didn't mention none of that. I wish they would have asked Iris, since America put you and Jeremiah together, who did you want to be paired up with? I wanted to say she would say Ace, because like I said, I feel like her and Ace were a vibe, but you know, I kind of wish they would have asked her that. Taylor, like I said, should have got more heat at the reunion. Taylor was making certain comments about everybody else, but he should have got more heat when it came to Alondra. Nick also should have spoken more, but of course he couldn't because Sierra was his main storyline. Coco and Clark, did they talk? Are they cool? I don't know. I felt like Alondra and Clark should have got more things to say to each other. I understand Alondra was not going to blame Clark for Taylor. Come on now. They should have spoken. And Clark needs to enunciate her words and speak. She is so awkward. I'm awkward too, but Clark, the fact that with her personality, she was on Love Island, she barely spoke and she was just there. All I'm going to say about A's interview was that A's, I felt like he meant well, and I agree with some things that he said, but he came out looking like a hater. He came out to look like a hater when it came to Nick and Olandria. The way he was speaking about Nick, it was given they fallen out, but I don't think Nick is aware that they fell out. I felt like he was pretty much mad at Nick because he felt like that Nick should have had his back more, or he felt like that Nick was wishy-washy when it came to certain things. And I felt like he also felt like Nick has all the things to say behind closed doors, but when it came to the public, he acted like he didn't want to say nothing. And I felt like Ace was pretty much saying at the reunion that he wasn't the ringleader or the leader. He was just very boisterous, and that a lot of people had a lot to say, but they just showed him saying more stuff, and that he was the boisterous one. I feel like if Ace did this a year later, like if he did this in 2026, I feel like it would have came off a little better than him doing this immediately after the reunion. And you and Ace, you better not ruin Shelly and Olandria's friendship, because you want to ruin you and Nick's friendship. Do not do that. And when it comes to Nick and Olandria, do I think they're fake? No. But at the same time, do I feel like they're using each other to their advantage? Yes. I felt like they got more connected outside the villa. I feel like we didn't really get to see them more romantically because Sierra was still on the show. Olandria still wanted Taylor. Olandria kind of shut down her and Nick's idea, and Nick was closed off with Sierra. Then when Sierra got kicked off the villa, they got together so they could make it to the finale. But do I feel like they got more romantic, more connected, more of a bond outside the villa? Yes, I do. But do I think they're also using each other to their advantage? Yes, they're getting the bag with each other. And Ace better not ruin their bag. And I feel like with this interview, Ace, you kind of ruined your own bag. And I feel like once again, Shelly is going to get the downfall of this. She already got the downfall with Huda and her fan base and being quote unquote the mean girl, which I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I don't understand why Shelly has this much hate. Cause what did Shelly do? I don't understand why she got this. And I'm not saying that because she was my fave from this season, but what did she do besides existing? And guys wanted her. What did she do? So Ace, you literally ruined your girl, the girl you're so in love with but not boyfriend and girlfriend with. Anyway, we're almost done. I'm about to wrap this up. I don't like how some people all of a sudden wish they would have talked to certain people, and it's kind of just like y'all had all the time to talk to other people. Like Bella, she said that she wished she would talk to Ace more, Taylor, Jeremiah. I don't know. I feel like Bella would have made a cute couple with all of them except for to me, she would have made a cute couple with all of them except for Ace. But it's kind of like Bella, instead of you being so into you, Sierra, and Nick's love triangle, you maybe could have stayed on the show more. And then Jeremiah, now all of a sudden, oh, I wish I could have talked to Olandria more. Olandria's my type. You and Olandria barely said 2 words with each other. And if y'all did, it was about Huda being a mom. And you didn't kiss her until that challenge with Paige. And I also forgot to mention that my girl Paige, she was on there hosting the challenge. But yeah, Jeremiah, and no offense, you like Hispanic exotic women. Olandria is not your type. I don't know if you're saying all this because she's popping. I don't like how now everybody's saying who they wish they would have talked to. I don't like that. Then they really didn't talk about the whole girl friendship island. To me, I can kind of understand how it's also friendship island, because my whole thing is, it's not like they're fighting over one person. They're trying to make a connection so they can go to the finale and win money. And to me, it's kind of like school. I feel like when you at school, you make friends with people, you make bonds with people, and you're gonna like somebody to be, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what Love Island. They're on the island for 6 weeks. Yeah, they're going to make bonds with people. They're going to make connection with people. besides romantically. Duh. That's why that's why it went the way it went. Because I feel like you're going to make friendships with people. You're going to be closer to people than other people. So I can understand how this was also Friendship Island. You're saying they just gonna be with the opposite sex the whole time? No. Then the whole girls girl island, that was so stupid. I feel like be a girl's girl. To me, being a girl's girl, you don't have to keep on saying you a girl's girl. Just be a girl's girl. You don't have to keep on saying it. Then you do slimy stuff and then you gonna get mad when somebody confronts you about it. And also they didn't bring up when the whole Mean Girl thing, when Huda was like making comments about the guys not choosing the girls, and Alandra had to like tell her to calm down, it's not that serious. I'm surprised they didn't bring that up. I feel like that was the beginning of the Alandra hate right there. That was the beginning. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, you guys, I'm tired. I really hope you guys get this soon in my other videos. This is literally frustrating. Like, I really hope you get these videos, because yeah. Also, YouTube has a new notification. You go to the comment section, you slide to the right, and you have a chance to hype my video. So this gives you guys another chance to hype my videos, and YouTube gets another chance to push my videos to the algorithm. So hype my video up, okay? But I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like or dislike, thumbs up or thumbs down, comment. Please be Panther, subscribe. Turn your post notification bell so you can know when my next video is gonna be here, okay? Because I won't crash out. I didn't say that at the beginning. But follow your girl on Facebook at Pinky. That's Pinky space Pinky. And follow two of my Instagrams. One at Show the Pinky and the other at PinkyBear00. And like my saying goes, let's smile, be your style. Don't worry, be happy, okay? And also comment down below, who do you guys think for this season or other season that's going to be on Love Island Games. There's your girl Pinky, Pinky, and I'm so fly. Holla at your girl.
Hey, this is your girl, Pinky! 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 And it's time for Pinky's Entertainment, a YouTube channel providing pure fun, enjoyment, and laughter. Yup, you got that right.